Hello guys, welcome back to this channel and thanks for viewing this video. Today we are going to talk about a Java GUI class called JFileChooser. So it's going to help us to create a file chooser, which is a dialog window from which a user can select a file. Okay, so without delay, let's go in the code. So I have two classes. I have the tester class here where I'm actually creating the object, a frame object, and I also have the myFrame class. Okay, so first of all, before creating a file chooser, we are going to create a menu bar and a text area. So I would say JText area. I will call it text area like this. So I need to create it globally because I'm gonna use the action listener in this particular example. All right, so I need to import the text area. I'll come in my constructor here. I'll say text area. I'm going to instantiate this by saying new JText area like this, then semicolon. After the text area, I will add a JMenu, JMenu bar first. We'll call this menu bar, semicolon. I import the JMenu bar. I will come here, I will say, let me say here, menu bar, new JMenu, like this. I will add a menu, I'll say JMenu, I'll call this menu. So menu, new JMenu. This is going to instantiate the menu. Let me import the JMenu class, and I will also need to add a menu item. So I'll say JMenu item, I'll call this menu item. Semicolon like this. So say menu item equal new JMenu item. Okay, I need to change this. So that's it for the menu item. Okay, so let us start by working on the menu bar. What can we do on the menu bar? So because we said the layout is null, we want to add our menu bar to our layout. So we first need to set its bounds. So we say set bounds like this. I'm going to say 0, 0 because I want it to be at the top, and 500 for the width and 20 for the height. Okay, so after doing that, I can add it to the frame. I'll say this that add menu bar like this. Yes, so we can also work on the menu. So we need to add a menu on the menu bar. So for the menu, we first need to set text here. So we will say file like this, and then we will say menu that add. No, because we want to add a menu to the menu bar, we will say menu bar. That's actually what we need to write, that add menu, semicolon. So let me run and see what will happen. So when I run there, you can see we're having a menu bar and then our menu that we called file here. I need to add a menu item that's going to be a sub menu. So I'll come to menu that add, in the brackets, we say menu item like this, semicolon. We need to set the text for our menu item. I'll say open file like this. So now when I run, when I click on file here, I'm supposed to have a submenu with the text open file. So we're going to use this open file and apply an action listener on it in order to select, choose a file, and then output the text of that file on the frame. So we need to add our text area to the frame as well. So I will say text area that set bounds. Okay, we want to place it manually. I will say 0 x-axis, 20 for y-axis because I don't want it to overlap, to be overlapped by the menu bar, and then 500. Yeah, so the next step will be to say this, that add text area. So this is going to add the text area to the frame. So now when I run, you will see that here I'm having my text area, and you can see the cursor pointing in the text area. Okay, so we need to add an action listener here. So we will say implement action listener, import the action listener interface, and let's add unimplemented methods. So when I come here, here is my action performed method. I'm simply going to change this argument by saying EVT for event, And as I was telling you, I need to apply the action listener on the menu item that we called open file here. So I will say menu item that add action listener. And I'll say this, okay, because this is the class where the action listener interface is being implemented. So that when the user clicks on the action listener, it's going to, when the user clicks on open file, it's going to listen to the event, and we will tell the program to select or choose a file. So now let's start writing a code that will help the system to select a file after clicking on the open file submenu. So in here, in our action performed method, we will use an if statement and say if event that gets source is coming from menu item. Okay, so if the user clicks on the submenu menu item, we'll pass in an integer that we'll call I. And here we will say, before instantiating that, we are going to use a JFileChooser class. Okay, we're going to declare a variable that is going to be of that type. It's going to be an object of type JFileChooser, and I will call it FileChooser like this, is equal to new JFileChooser. So this is the FileChooser object that we are creating. Let me import this class JFileChooser, and this integer that I declared here, I'm going to instantiate that by saying FileChooser that show open dialog. This. Okay, so this integer is actually going to be used to allow the system to open a dialog box. And I'm going to add another if statement. In that if statement, I will pass the integer I. So I will say if I is equal to JFileChooser approve option like this, then I need to get the selected file. Okay, so if the user selects a file, so I'm going to create an object of type file that I'm going to call file. I will say FileChooser. Okay, so that's the FileChooser object we created that get selected file. Then I need to import the file class like this. So I need to get the selected file, but I also need to get the file path. Okay, so once the file is selected, we need to get its path. So the path, I'm going to store it as a string. So I'm going to say string file path, okay, assignment operator, then file that get path. So this is another method that you can use to get the path of the selected file. So I need to put in a try and catch exception here. I'm going to say buffered reader. So this is going to allow our system to actually read the content of the file. And I'm going to say buffered reader like this is equal to new buffered reader. And in here, I'm going to pass new file reader. So as I say, this line of code is actually going to allow the program to read our selected file. So let me import the various classes. The first one will be buffered reader, and I'm also going to import the file reader class. So once this is done, I need to pass a string here. I'm going to call str1. It's going to be an empty string. I need to pass another empty string that will be str2 like this. And then quickly, I'm going to say while str1 is equal to buffered reader that read line. So this is going to make sure that if the file that is selected is not empty, and we will want our program to do a specific operation, then we'll say str2, we will concatenate this string with str1 like this. So after that, we can set the str2 text in our text area. So we will simply say text area set text, and we'll pass str2 like this. And then we can close our buffered reader object. So buffered reader that close like this. Okay. So I'm going to add a catch exception here. So that will be exception ex then the curly braces, and ex dot print stack trace. Yes. So now this is our program. So let me run here. So now you can see I'm having file on the menu bar. If I click on file, it shows the submenu open file. When I click on open file, now I have a file chooser. So I can search in my various documents here. So I can come in text here, and here I can search tutorial. So for example, if I select text here and click on open, now you can see the text is going to show in the text area. Okay, so this is the code that I wanted to show you. So this line of code is actually going to get the path of the selected file, and then it's going to use the buffer reader class to read the content of the file. And then here we are setting the text in our text area. So that's why when I run and select a particular file here, text, and then I can get the text in the text area. All right, so I hope this video was informative, and please don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos like this one. Let's meet in the next one.